Oh man, how was your weekend, dude?
Oh, just like everything in life. It came and went really quick.
Yeah. Hey guys, how's it going, man?
What's
This
up, guys?
is Brian.
Jesse.
You're watching MMA the hard way. And no callers this week. I want to thank you all for watching the last few episodes. And boy, oh boy, last weekend we got to see, for the first time ever, K1 kickboxing on Spike.
A lot of KOs.
Boy, oh boy, yeah. I mean, out of all the fights, what do we got? We got only 6 out of 15 fights went to decision.
That's just, that's insane.
You got to see some guys that people don't normally... Almost everyone on that card was, to the novice, relatively unknown. I knew a couple guys. One of the guys, I think he might have even been the first fight of the night on the undercards, James Wilson. And if you guys want to check out some videos on the channel, you'll see the 2011 Camo Heavyweight Championship. And James Wilson participated in that. I filmed it. I did his pre-fight interview. He fought Leo Cantu, and he got submitted in the first round. It was just one of those fights where, you know, two guys, they're going at it, they're real nervous, but the guy is a legitimate killer, and he got a knockout. He got, I believe, a second round knockout.
Nice.
And I saw the guy. There's I had a couple buddies taking photos at that event, and one of them had a picture of the guy just flat on his back.
What's nice is that now the U.S. as a whole is going to get more exposure with K1 now because of Spike. And then you got Bellator also. Spike's going to get really interesting. I think they're going to give FX and Fuel a run for its money.
I'm telling you. You know, you could get a guy that's, because this is a Grand Prix. Yeah. So they're going to show the whole thing. Here's the first time they see these guys. These guys are going to continue on up. Whoever watched the first ones, they're going to start talking about it. Man, these guys, there's no grab, there's no laying and praying.
Exactly.
It's
all
just
striking and kicking, yeah.
And even a decision is still going to be filled with
exciting.
A whole bunch of stuff. And so I think they're going to pick up a whole new group of fans. And then they watch them and they go all the way to being champion. Now, hey, switch over to Bellator.
Yeah.
Bellator gets a little bit of that footage.
Yeah. You know, one will lead into the other or vice versa. The other will lead back to the other one. You know, it's going to have a very mutual symbiotic type of relationship where both of them are going to get exposure. One of them's already known and is going to get even more exposed. The other genre is not very well known in the U.S., but it's going to get more exposure because of Bellator. Yeah,
and any of you, if you are a James Wilson fan, I want to let you know I'm friends with James, and I'm actually been in talks with him. I'm going to be doing a Fighter Focus video on him.
That's right, you were talking about it.
He trains up around Van Nuys, which it's a little bit of a drive for me, but you'll see that coming in the future. So, boom, we got some news.
Rampage out.
Oh man, Rampage
out.
We're reading at lunch. We were really looking forward to seeing Rampage. His final fight in the UFC is going to fight Glover Teixeira.
He stepped in for it. No one wanted to step in for one reason or another. He stepped in. Now you got to give him credit for that. But
and you listen to the way Joe Rogan talks about Glover, the way he kind of used to talk about either Rory McDonald or even Evan Dunham when as far as these future stars.
He's Rampage out. We were throwing some names back and forth, and I wouldn't mind Dan Henderson versus Teixeira. That would be really good. But I don't know if there's any other stuff going on. Maybe they're trying to tap someone else to fill in for Rampage. I'm also looking forward to what we're talking about, quote unquote middleweights. You have Lombard versus Pajares, and then you have Stan versus Bisping. I mean, it could go either way. Dana White could be like, the winner of these two will fight each other.
Then you got Weidman.
That's true.
He's going up against Bosch.
Yeah.
And everyone thinks that Weidman's
the next big thing.
Yeah, I think that if Weidman gets a dramatic finish, he's
gonna put a stamp.
I mean, yeah. I mean, many people have already said, hey, this guy deserves it.
He's legit, yeah.
The way he manhandled Mark Munoz,
nobody
has done that.
And Mark is big.
I mean,
he's a big middleweight.
Yeah.
He's not small.
Yeah, I mean,
You've been with him.
I've been in the gym with Mark, and I remember when I was there when they were first having their first tryouts for their amateur team, and I was filming it, and I remember him standing on the scale and joking with Christoph, saying, "Dude, I just weighed myself. I'm 240."
Oh,
dude, 240, and he's fighting at 185.
He's a big,
he had
strong
that surgery,
guy.
That elbow surgery. He was coming off that, and I'll give everyone a one-time pass for coming back. The same thing with Shane Del Rosario, his heavyweight debut.
Mm-hmm.
He almost died in a car accident.
Yeah.
I mean,
give him a break.
Let's go back 5 years to Frank Mir, motorcycle accident.
Yeah,
look what he turned into. He turned into one of the, top 5, top 7 heavyweights in the world.
He's been at title contention a couple times,
yeah.
So it's hard to get up there into title contention. But you're right. I see this. You corrected me, which is good. You have these six middleweights that who knows how to play out as far as elimination mode.
Yeah.
But it's exciting. It's exciting.
Yeah.
Also, this weekend you have the 2-hour startup of the Ultimate Fighter.
Ultimate Fighter, finally, huh? It seems like, actually, I don't know if finally, if that's the right word, but it's like, because the Ultimate Fighter Brazil's been going on, I never quite understood the way that they aired that, though, because it's like, we've already seen the finale.
Yes.
We know who won.
Weird,
huh?
I agree with you with there. I really hope they do what they did with the last one, where you get, like I talked about before, that 1 minute shot. You got your 1 minute to shine.
Oh, man, I dig 1 minute rounds.
I mean, it's just you're going 100 miles an hour. If you're gonna do a game plan, great. It better be very surgical. Because other than that, it's gonna, people are going for a finish. They're not going for a setup. They're not going for pretty submissions.
Yeah.
They're going. If you're gonna do a submission, it's gonna be quick.
Dude. Talking about that, last week Saturday night I went down to Epic Fighting 14.
How was that?
Unbelievable. Some of the people are posting about what I was in one of the boxes sitting. I wasn't. Normally I'm cage side the whole time. I'm working my ass off. I'm filming the walkouts, in the fighter room, back and forth. This time I was a little more kickback, and I got a shot that panned. And I'll show you. I'll probably highlight this right up here. It panned across the one word that everyone was saying about that night, Thunderdome.
Wow.
It was like that, dude. It was just one of those things where, when all of the hassle of, hey, I didn't get my tickets and blah, 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 and all the crap that you got to deal with something like that, when it was all done. I mean, another thing that happened is when these fights were going on, I was halfway up in these boxes, and you could shout out something. The entire place was quiet, like the way the fights are in Japan.
Yeah. People are just
why? Because half that audience were fighters, and they all knew what was going on in that cage,
And they're not so much as far as a fan just screaming and hollering, without knowing what's going on. They're looking at the actual tactics, the counter moves, so they're paying attention. It's like a clinic.
It was intense, dude.
Almost like
especially the 155 and the 185 title fights. Just like we said last week, we talked about Kyle Kleinschmidt. That kid, he's from the Arena, and the Arena has some incredible guys. You got Pat Spate. He trains a lot of those guys, and they've got just a lot of really good fighters there. Some of the guys that were in the audience, we had Jeremy Stevens, Phil Davis actually showed up, did commentary, and but I tell you, another thing that I got out of that is, if you're an MMA fan, there's always something you could do to support local MMA. It's like a way, I get so much satisfaction out of it. It's my way of giving back to the sport that gives me so much enjoyment, and you feel like you're part of it. And
it's like the grassroots type thing.
I haven't made a penny off of my MMA videos, and I have made $1 million on the inside, though.
For the love.
It's fantastic.
For the love.
Just to be a part of. I'll tell you, you reach out to a local promotion, you tell them, hey, what can I do to help support? And it's not a promotion. Go to a local gym and say, hey, how can I, you will not get turned down at a local gym. You say, hey, how can I help to promote your gym?
You might, you're going to get something in return, whether it's internal or external. Who knows? You do this for me. Hey, we'll put you in the cage and do a little bit of fun and training or whatever.
Just being a part of, almost
the movement.
Every MMA gym is like a family. And I've seen this. I've been in.
You talk about in Team Quest how they're really tight they are.
Man, they're real tight. And I've seen gyms that are way tighter than that. Actually, as good as Team Quest is, they're nowhere near the family that some of these other. A lot of people call them garage gyms. Some of those are. And
well, you got that essence of blood, sweat, and tears together.
Man,
it's like we're both ex-military. Yeah. It's like it's all about. It's not about you. It's about your guy behind you, next to you. It's you have that old saying, "I've got your six," and that really means it. While someone's taking care of what's going on in front of you, you're taking care of the guys behind. The guy's back. So, yeah, I totally feel you on that. It's you put into it, you're going to get much more out of it, in all shape, way, or form.
I tell you, it's a single sport, just like, golf or skiing or, anything like that. But it's an individual sport that requires a team in order to be executed correctly, And that's why you see when these guys, when the mic's put in front of their mouth after they win, the first thing that they do is go, I want to
thank the
my
coaches
coach,
and thank everyone.
It's not just me. I'm the one executing, but they're the ones,
They're the ones showing you everything.
It's just fantastic. I've never seen anything like it. All of the regular traditional sports.
Nice.
You guys are MMA fans. So I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But,
nice.
Hey, again, we love your comments.
Keep them coming.
If you like these, we're going to continue to try to bring you late-breaking stuff. Well, that's all the time we got. Again, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Share this with your friends, and we'll see you next week.
Take care, guys. Hey, Sal. Have a good day, bud.